Good evening, and thank you so much for watching us. You're watching KSAT's 9 at Night. I'm your host, Stephania Jimenez. Now tonight, we're going to start with the obvious. We needed rain, and boy, tonight we got it. So how is this affecting us, and what else can we expect for the rest of the week? Here's meteorologist Adam Caskey with your forecast.
Sure was nice to see some rain today, up to an inch on the east side of town near 410. The lingering showers have mostly come to an end, and tomorrow, another opportunity. I just don't think it's going to be as widespread. 10% chance in the morning, otherwise partly cloudy for most of the day tomorrow. 77 degrees at 7 a.m. By noon, we're talking 92, then a high temperature right near 98, and I think we'll top out at about 30 to 40% chance for those showers and thunderstorms. So a few downpours out there. Cross your fingers for your neighborhood, but I think most of us will be missed. Temperatures mostly in the upper 90s tomorrow. Then as we get into next week, it's back to 100 by Tuesday. However, into the weekend, a few more rain chances, 40% on Saturday, 30% chance on Sunday. They hinge on a system moving in from the Gulf of Mexico. We'll be fine-tuning the forecast in the days ahead, so stay tuned for updates.
Now, in other news tonight, someone shot a man in the jaw around 2:45 this morning, and San Antonio police are trying to figure out who did it. So this happened in the 700 block of San Bernardo Avenue near South General McMullen and Castroville Road. That's on the west side. Investigators say the man was taken to the hospital. He's expected to recover. Investigators, as you can see right there, they found about 32 shell casings at that scene, but at this point, they haven't been able to find any witnesses. Now we're learning more about the man who was found dead in his apartment on Monday. Investigators say that his name was Lawrence Anthony Thomas. He was 18. This shooting happened on Lamar Street near North New Braunfels and Gabriel on the east side. San Antonio police were first called to that scene for a stabbing, but when they showed up, they found that Thomas had been shot and killed. Police haven't arrested anyone in this case either. And now we need you to take a really close look at what we're about to show you, because last month, those two teenagers were killed at the Union Pines apartment complex on Pleasanton Road near West Gerald Avenue. The victims are 15-year-old Angel Rey Garcia and 19-year-old Gregorio Cordova Mejia. And when police found them, one of them was at the top of a staircase, the other was in a breezeway. So do you know anything about what happened to them? Because if you do, you should call Crime Stoppers. That number, 210-224-STOP. Also, now you see that car right there? Crime Stoppers thinks that it's connected to the shooting death of Luis Flores. He died July 31st when he was shot in a parking lot on South Flores Street across from R&J Saloon. San Antonio police are saying that Flores was waiting for his food inside that truck, and when he got out, 3 people jumped out of that Cadillac that you're looking at, parked behind him. They robbed Flores' truck, and then they shot him. If you know anything about this case, call Crime Stoppers. Any information that you give them that leads to an arrest can get you reward money. The number is right there on your screen in the yellow, 210-224-STOP. Now let's talk about money. Leaders in San Antonio are thinking about giving CPS Energy customers $50 million in rebates, and that would come out to an average of $31 per household. Now you'd see that as a credit on your October bill. And this is because the utility company is expected to bring in more money than it expected for the current fiscal year. And it does make sense. You know, many of us have been paying hundreds of dollars in energy bills every month. But in order for this to happen, in order for you to get that rebate, City Council needs to sign off on it. And the thing is that members want to do different things.
I'm often reminded that potholes, that streets, maintenance, it's not, it really is nonpartisan, right?
I'd actually like to see that money spent in the following ways. On domestic violence initiatives. I'd like to see a $25 million increase.
That $31 that you could get pales in comparison, really, to what new homeowners are going to pay for their mortgages. It's the next story right here. You know, the rates, they rose above 5% again. It's really not a good thing if you're looking to buy a home. So they rose above 5% after they dipped below that 5% mark a week ago. And do you remember what the rates were like exactly a year ago? 2.87. Hard to believe, right? Some finance experts are worried about what this is going to do to the economy, but there are signs that the housing market is starting to stabilize. Now, unfortunately, monkeypox cases, those are not stabilizing. Across the U.S., cases are up. In Bexar County, we're seeing at least 17 cases, and that's up 1 since yesterday. And because there's not enough vaccine doses for everyone, the FDA has a new strategy to stretch that supply. It's allowing for doses to be cut to 1/5 of what they were. So that means we can get 5 doses out of 1 vial. Now you're probably wondering whether that's even enough protection. The answer is yes.
There's a really good set of data from a wide set of vaccines, not just for smallpox, but also flu and rabies, that this way of administering vaccines can actually be more effective.
So officials are saying that stretching the vaccine could increase the number of doses in the national stockpile from 441,000 to more than 2.2 million. Of course, many of you are thinking about monkeypox and COVID since your kids are back in school. You know, students in the Schertz-Cibolo Universal City ISD had their first day of classes today, and parents said they were kind of uneasy. And it's not just the viruses. They're also worried about safety. They're relying on law enforcement officers around campuses to protect students.
Seeing a heavy police presence at the school over the summertime, so that gives me a little bit more reassurance on what's going to be happening and what's going to be going down. So that makes me feel a little bit more comfortable.
It's really interesting because, you know, we asked students and they are not worried about this. They are excited about the new school year. Good luck to everybody. Same deal for students in the Southside ISD. That district, it keeps growing, and so does its campus security. Southside ISD has security guards at every single campus. Leaders say that they're making sure that every interior and exterior door is properly locked. The district also has working cameras inside and outside of the campuses. Now moving over to the Southwest Independent School District, check out its new aquatic center. You're about to see it. It's huge, even by Texas standards, 35,000 square feet. It's got locker rooms, a strength training room, and a multi-purpose classroom to coach swimmers. And students in the district are pretty pumped about this because now they no longer have to drive far to take swimming lessons or to do other water activities. They get to enjoy that. Good for them. Now tonight we do want you to check your cupboards because if you drink protein shakes or milk alternatives like oat milk specifically, those made by Lyons Magnus, this is going to affect you. A long list of nutritional drink brands made by that brand, Lyons Magnus, have been recalled because of concerns about potential contamination by 2 types of bacteria that can make you really sick. One of them is the same bacteria that prompted the Abbott baby food recall. Remember that? Now, this particular recall is voluntary. It expands on another recall a couple of weeks ago. There are a lot of other items on this recall list, and they're listed for you on FDA.gov. So we advise you to check that out. You know, we love your company, but we do want you to stick around because tonight on the Night Beat, we're going to be talking about something that's been bothering some of you, and that is those loud noises over downtown San Antonio. The U.S. military is holding training exercises in the area. Neighbors are worried. Plus, we're going behind the kitchen door, and you're going to see why one restaurant just barely passed inspection. Also, 1,200 names on a wait list on the first week of school. We'll discuss why an after-school program says it just can't meet families' needs. But now, let's talk about something fun. Let's talk about tomorrow. Yes, Fridays always make good movie nights, and the Will Naylor Smith Riverwalk Plaza is playing a good one for the family. Remember Ratatouille? Well, you can watch it at the Tobin Center for the Performing Arts. The address is on your screen. It's 100 Auditorium Circle. The place itself opens at 7, but the movie starts at 8, and it's free for you to get in, but you can buy food or drinks at that venue. Now, before you should keep your eyes peeled next time you're at the grocery store because Lay's is bringing back its flavor swap. Those chips, they're chips that are flavor swap, so you can choose between Lay's chips that taste like kettle cooked Fritos, chili cheese, Cheetos, Doritos, Cool Ranch, or Funyuns. And those flavor swap chips are available at stores right now. Just let us know what you think. I've actually never tried them, but I'd like to. For now, we'll have to leave it right there. It's been a pleasure having you with us. The 9 at Night returns tomorrow. Have a wonderful night, and of course, stay cool.